Fucking honky ass bitch. Yeah, that's what it's gotta be. Howdy, y'all. This is at the Country Hour. Caleb James, Spencer, the Moscow Madman Church.
Hey.
What's going on there, Spencer?
Just sitting here trying to stay awake.
You sound like one of them city slickers, boy.
Yeah. I can't help it.
I'm gonna do the whole episode like this.
The whole darn dang thing.
I reckon it'll be ding dang ding.
You just spit can.
So today's episode for you lovely folks is probably going to be terrible, so I apologize in advance. We had our book club, I'm going to use that in quotations, last night, which was, I think it was a record low 10 minutes of talking about the book.
It wasn't very much, which it kind of sucks because I thought it was a pretty good enough book that could have merited.
Nobody was focused.
More.
We didn't have our moderator.
Yeah.
So we went, 10 minutes of talking about the book, and it wasn't even detailed talking about the book. And then we just drank and listened to a fucking guitar guy come up and start playing some sweet tunes that nobody asked for.
No one.
Yeah. So what I remember is we drank a lot, and then here we are doing a podcast where we're both just like, ugh.
And it's not even like I'm hungover or anything.
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I feel like Danny Glover. I'm just tired of this shit, man.
Getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, I just want to take a break. Recline. Today's episode, we're going to take it easy, so we're just going to read some shitty excerpts from Twilight and break them down if we can. This list, it's only 15. This is from Hollywood.com. 15 of the most ridiculous things ever said in the Twilight saga. This somehow is worse than the 50 Shades list. Not in quality, but just the actual article itself.
Yeah.
I think the article is really shitty. There's an ad after every post, like every sentence.
But it has a whole bunch of GIFs on it.
Yeah, that's what I love. That fucking BuzzFeed style where you put a snarky sentence and then you just throw a fucking GIF at it.
Yeah, because that doesn't it's not like that makes it fucking harder to get through your page. Because it keeps on wanting to,
load the stupid GIFs that nobody's gonna look at. That feeling when the butter slides down your ass crack, and then GIF of fucking SpongeBob smiling weird or something.
Yeah.
I hate those articles. They're so stupid. And they always have those clickbait titles that make you want to click on them. Anyway, let's get into this bitch. Number 1, Edward Cullen. I'll take care of her, Chief Swan. Chief Swan. Uh-huh. I've heard that before, stops Bella. Bells. I put a new can of pepper spray in your bag. So I guess that's the chief pretty much saying this Edward Cullen fella's a creep?
I would think so.
With his pale skin and sunken in eyes?
I mean, technically he's a pedophile, so yeah.
So that was the right call.
Huh? Yeah, it's definitely the right call.
Number 2 doesn't attribute who's speaking here, but you better hold on tight, Spider Monkey.
I would assume that'd have to be one of the times where the vampire guy is running all fast and she's
holding on to him?
Yeah, I would have to think.
Man. Well, yeah, here's a gif of Edward. Yeah, Bella's on Edward's back and he's horribly jumping from tree to tree. It's like he's flying. It doesn't even look like a jump.
Yeah, he didn't even, there was no bend at
That's
the
a
knees.
Superman takeoff.
Yeah, there was no bend at the knees.
You could clearly see the harness crank on his groin. Why does he call her a spider monkey? He's the one jumping. Shouldn't he be the spider monkey?
Well, I think she's telling her to hold on to him like a spider monkey.
Well, if it's him speaking, he says, you better hold on tight, spider monkey. He's calling her the spider monkey, but he's jumping. So he's the spider monkey.
Yeah.
Maybe that refers to baby spider monkeys on the back of the adult spider monkeys.
That sounds like a thing.
Number 3. This is a great one just to put in a book that's aimed at teenagers. You're like my own personal brand of heroin. Nothing like romancing the idea of heroin use.
Yeah.
That's what we need. What if that one line attributed to the opioid epidemic we suffer now in this country? Stretching it?
No, I hope I want that to be an actual thing.
Yeah. That would be wonderful. Then we could really...
Maybe they could ban it then. They could ban Twilight from libraries and bookstores.
I mean, at the very base. Like, that's just a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
And they kind of go with the whole emo aspect of this anyway. So are you just saying emo kids have to be on heroin? Or they would just understand this line?
I mean, the line itself isn't like a bad line. It's just what it's in, like, in the context. And...
If it was in an adult book with adult characters, yes. But remember, these are supposed to be teenagers.
Yeah.
Because even Edward's pretending to be a teenager.
Creepy.
So what the fuck does he know about heroin? Like, if you were 16 and your supposed 16-year-old love interest comes like, you're my personal brand of heroin, baby. Like, you're on fucking heroin, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Number 4, don't worry about the bears, Bella. My kung fu is strong. Oh, man.
That's like one of those, like, it's almost so bad that it's good.
It brings about images of kung fu vampires and werewolves. I kind of like that idea.
Like, I could, you know, where that line would be perfect for? In, like, an Evil Dead movie and having Bruce Campbell say that.
And then just kung fu the shit out of some bears.
Or just even get his ass kicked by whatever it is. But just, like, that line could work for that. Like, I could see...
Well, is there a vampire bear fight in this movie? Because I might want to see it now. Or in the book, even.
Well, what, there's werewolves.
Yeah, there's werewolves, but...
Maybe they just, as a...
I'd watch a werewolf fight a bear, too. That'd be cool.
Maybe they're just, because they were, like, hanging out in the woods a lot, so maybe they just come across, like, a bear.
I just don't know why your first instinct is to kung fu it rather than run away. This makes me interested, though, in, like, how upset anyone who loves Twilight is listening to us read this. Say, no, what fucking happened was the bear charged at him and he kicked it.
You don't know, you guys are making fun of stuff you haven't read before.
DPW is ruining my childhood.
Oh, if that's your childhood, I can't ruin it. It's already done. Like,
that's why they're on heroin, because their childhood was fucking Twilight. 5, aren't people from Arizona supposed to be, like, really tan? Oh, that's,
what's that?
In the GIF, that's Anna Kendrick saying it. Yeah. So that's even extra irritating.
Yeah, you are not a fan of her.
I don't mind Anna Kendrick. I just don't like when she plays roles like the ditzy idiot.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't look like the girl that was popular in high school to me.
No, she doesn't.
She has the weird thumb head and she sings and shit.
Thumb head.
She doesn't look like she's from Arizona. And Kristen Stewart's facial expressions.
Well, I don't think there are any.
Why doesn't she have a fucking Oscar? Because those performances were incredible.
You know who does a better job at emoting emotion? Your dog.
He's pretty good at that. If you see the pictures of him. Number 6, we're the same temperature now. And then there's a gif of them running. And it looks really, really bad. Like, look at the fake background whizzing by.
Like, how is she, like...
Well, I think she's a vampire now.
Is that what happened? Because, like, I remember somebody, like, a friend of mine telling me, because I guess later in the one they have, like, a vampire baby, like... Because I think they had to turn her because, like, the baby was eating her from the inside out because it was a vampire baby.
It had teeth? Or is it just gumming the placenta?
Well, my thing is, how does a vampire baby grow?
Yeah, maybe they just stop. Well, I've always thought vampires, which we're not going to take off fucking Twilight, the history of vampires. I thought vampires got stuck at whatever age they got bit.
That's what I'm saying.
So how do you have a baby vampire? Is it some kind of weird Blade World vampires, maybe?
Maybe since she was still technically human.
You're a half-breed.
Daywalker.
What do they call it? Yeah, daywalker, a halfling.
But yeah, that is like... I understand it's a shitty gift, but that looks like the most terrible to see.
Why is she... Especially if she gets turned into a vampire. Again, I don't know, so... But if she is, why is she less pale now?
I was just gonna say, why does she have more color than whenever she wasn't a vampire?
It's so stupid. And shouldn't they be sparkly now? They're in the sun. Isn't that the big thing? He sparkles?
You know, I saw something like one of those, because off topic real quick, you know, the big thing is like, who's gonna be the next Batman? Who's gonna be the next Batman? And I saw a fucking article where it was
about
like,
Edward Pattinson?
Yeah, being like, oh, what he could
or Robert
like,
Pattinson, rather?
Yeah, what he could look like as, you know, as Batman, Bruce Wayne. I was just like, no. Like, this does not happen.
I don't want to see that.
I would rather have 4 more years than Trump than see that.
He would be maybe old Alfred, like when he got old, like he could be Alfred because he's kind of British and shit. Yeah. But not now. He can't, not in the Batman world. Maybe the Riddler?
No, I don't want him. I don't want him nowhere near it. Like,
have you ever seen him in a movie where he wasn't douchey Edward Cullen?
He's done like 2 more.
I don't know. I never. Number 7. Oh man, this sounds bad out of context. My monkey man. This is definitely her saying it to him.
And like, this is the second time they brought up some kind of
spider monkeys and I'm
just waiting for the next one to be like them ripping off Randall from Cloaks 2 with the porch monkey. Like,
if we go with that, it's gonna get bad. Like, that would be hilarious if they threw that in fucking Twilight. They might as well. They're jumping around from trees. I'm sure there's fucking other dumb shit they put in there. 8. You give me everything just by breathing. So I'm gonna kill you by biting your neck. I was
saying, is he technically even breathing?
I don't know. The fucking gif is terrible.
And his face.
He looks like he just sharted. And she looks like she just smelled it. Number 9. Dude, you really don't want to start comparing stinks. Oh, after that last gif, that's perfect. What does that even mean?
I think they got the gifs mixed up. Like,
they don't even have a gif for this
one.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, I think that one needs to go there.
All right, what kind of stinks are they making? The kind out of their bums? Bum stinks?
Technically all dead, so I'm imagining there's some odor.
I fucking hate this. Number 10. Edward, I'll meet you at the altar. Bella, I'll be the one in white.
You mean your skin?
Fucking honky ass bitch, yeah. That's what it's gotta be. Number 11. I guess the wolf is out of the bag. That's shitty.
That must have to be with the
werewolves.
Yeah, the werewolf guy. I forget which team he is.
It's clever because instead of cat out of the bag, it's wolf because it's werewolves. Get it? Fucking bitch. Wow, this is gonna be a 10-minute episode. Mm-hmm. Number 12. What a marshmallow. Is that because she's fat and white? Why is that wolf so big in that gif? And why is there so many naked men around it?
Well, I think that's like their version of a werewolf, is you turn into a big wolf.
But where do the shorts go when you turn into the wolf?
Your butthole?
It just sucks inside?
Yeah, and then when you change back, it's just that or they rip, I don't know.
And that, like, the way that gif is, like, where it starts, it's just a kid bending over, then all of a sudden he's a werewolf, like, came out of his ass. 12. Rosalie, whoever the fuck that is. Is she even Italian? Clearly not if she's so white. Oh, this is such a shitty website. There's literally, I read the first sentence, I thought that was it, because there's an ad, and then there's the second sentence after the ad. Why do they do that? So 13 is Rosalie. Is she even Italian? Emmett. Her name's Bella. What the fuck does that even mean? And what is with the gift of her breaking a beaker or something? A bowl?
Well, what's the... Oh, the marshmallow ones is the weird kid pointing. Okay.
Yeah, it's the fucking... They're playing basketball. I just ignore that because that kid looks like a creep. 14. I can read every mind in this room apart from yours. There's money, sex, cat. And then you, nothing. That's very frustrating. So he's a vampire that can read minds?
I mean, in a world where vampires just walk around the daylight and have to play baseball during a thunderstorm just to hide the...
He's like a super pedo then, because he could read the minds, and he's old, so he's just hanging out in this school with a bunch of young girls reading their thoughts, and apparently all of them but one person thinks about money or sex, and that one person thinks about a cat.
That's probably the teacher.
Maybe.
Do you think he would try to fuck a teacher?
Maybe he doesn't want the heat on him, so he'd rather just fuck the children. 15.
Children.
Edward, you're wounding my ego, Bella. I just proposed to you and you think it's a joke. Bella, oh, come on. I'm only 18.
And I'm like 385.
Well, here, Edward. Well, I'm nearly 110. It's yeah, they put another fucking ad, so you didn't think it was done. She says, oh, come on. I'm only 18. Edward, well, I'm nearly 110. It's time I settled down.
Not with me.
That age difference is ridiculous.
A little bit. And that's not a good gift either. Like, that's... Somehow, he's so pale, he, took her skin and, peeled it off of her and is now wearing it as a mask.
He looks like he has a fake mouth. He looks like a mannequin head.
It looks like he's wearing lipstick.
Probably is. Looks like he has fake hair too. That whole thing looks weird. I don't like it. Well, that was extremely shitty. That was very disappointing. Alright, folks. Have a great day. It was nice seeing you. That wasn't even 18 minutes.
That's all, folks.
My Miss American Pie. I don't want to read any more Twilight-related information.
No.
That was fucking horrible. That was...
What was worse, do you think? The article or the actual book or movies?
Well, without the shitty book, there wouldn't be shitty movies. And without the shitty movies, there wouldn't be that article. So it goes in that order of shit. On the brown meter, the book clearly is the top. The top of the brown meter, I would say the book is Liquid Hershey. The movie, again, the movie made it so popular, so it's probably close to even. But I would say that's more of a baby shit mustard. And then the what was the other one? That article.
Yeah.
That article is just like extra chunky peanut butter.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. Good eating. Oh, fucking dick. Should have just took the day off. Did some meth.
Yeah.
Meth is probably cheap now. Nobody does meth anymore, right? Except for in Florida. They do all the drugs in Florida. So what do you hate most about Twilight? No. You know what? We're going to start off positive. What do you like about Twilight?
I guess that it made people read?
That is a good way to look at it. It did make people read. It made children read. But it also spawned a lot of terrible writers, though.
But then, it's a children's book, but how many grown, people did you see read that?
Well, I think it's a young adult book written by someone who has the writing ability of a child.
Oh, is that what they mean?
Yeah. I'm going to go full circle and go back to the brown meter real quick.
Okay.
But without the shitty book and then the shitty movies, there wouldn't be that shitty article, but there also wouldn't be the shitty 50 Shades of fucking Grey.
Yes.
The influence this fucking series had on American culture and literature is just astounding.
But without that, how many jokes and, time spent making fun of that 50 Shades of Grey and or Twilight?
Well, if we go to the other side of the spectrum, how many more Stephen King books would we have had if he wasn't always bitching about how shitty Twilight was? If he didn't take the time to I fucking hate Twilight. It made him mad, and I feel like that took away from whatever he was writing at the time.
Yeah, probably. Because
that time adds up. And then he has to do interviews, and instead of listening to some great wisdom from Stephen King, we have to hear him ask about, what do you think of Twilight? Fucking Twilight sucks.
He hated Twilight.
Rightfully so.
Oh, yeah. It's coming from the guy who wrote Salem's Lot, one of the best, vampire books out there.
It amazes me, though, because if you read Twilight and then 50 Shades of Grey, it's like reading James Joyce and then reading fucking, I don't even know what could be comparatively shittier, because 50 Shades of Grey is so terribly written. It makes Twilight just seem like this masterpiece.
Yeah.
And Twilight was awful, but at least the grammar seemed to be proper.
The structure was there.
Maybe they had good editors. I don't know.
I'm just waiting for somebody to make a fanfic of 50 Shades, so there's a fanfic of a fanfic that now also gets picked up and made into the next big thing.
50 Shades of Grey with ninjas.
Ooh.
Samurai swords and shit. Kung fu bitchin'. I want to see a Twilight spinoff where it's just fucking vampires, kung fu, and bears.
Yeah.
And throw a gorilla in there. Who wins? Gorilla or bear? Grizzly bear or gorilla? Silverback. I don't know why I said that in such... I said that like I look up things on Google. Like I just fucking threw words in no specific order. So grizzly bear versus silverback gorilla. Let's talk about it.
I initially want to go bear, but because silverback gorillas are pretty big, right?
They're pretty huge, but bears are bigger, I think. They're definitely taller.
Yeah. So I immediately want to go with the bear.
They have the claws, the teeth, and they can run 30 miles an hour or something. It's fucking ridiculous.
And they can take a decent amount of damage, I think.
But a silverback gorilla, I feel, has the vertical leap, the reach.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen a fucking gorilla punch something? It just implodes it.
Yeah, because it has the crazy reach back there with all that force and just
If you see a chimp, they're so fucking strong. If they hit something, it just kills it. But then again, apparently grizzly bears could break a moose's back with one swing.
And a moose is a big fucker, too.
Yeah, a moose is way bigger than a car. This is something we need to see happen in the wild. But unfortunately, nature was just like, hey, we can't be too crazy now, so we're going to make sure gorillas and grizzly bears are not even on the same continent. Like, they can't coexist ever. What if Bigfoot was a grizzly bear hybrid with a gorilla?
So it's like, instead of being like part like kind of person monkey, it's part like man bear pig almost. Just take out the pig.
And the man?
Well, you said like, I thought you meant like
just like a gorilla bear. Gorilla. Yeah.
Oh, see, I was thinking Bigfoot like part man, part bear, kind of like, you know, as the bear is the next evolutionary track in person instead of like a monkey.
What if we went down that route in evolutionary history? Like humans just fucking, you know, bit the dust, and instead just these fucking bears evolved to be like crazy big, well-spoken monsters of the East and West Coast. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so tired.
Didn't you, you had a thing earlier where I brought up, and it seemed to irk you a little bit about the new Space Jam.
The LeBron James Space Jam 2?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a little bit of knowledge here, Spencer.
Alright.
Space Jam was invented solely to sell shit.
Yeah.
It was just a cash grab that turned out to be entertaining. And you know what? There's two things I'm going to tell you. One, I don't hate the idea of Space Jam 2 with LeBron James. Better than Kevin Durant. And two, what really worries me, who's going to do the fucking baller-ass soundtrack that now R. Kelly's fucking getting arrested? He just got arrested the other day for sexual misdemeanors of sorts or felonies or some shit.
No. Yeah, because as if he wasn't in enough trouble.
Well, apparently he could pee on a young girl and people were just like, yeah, I'll forget about it. But now it's like 3 minors and an adult, I think. What was that adult doing in there?
Waiting his turn to pee.
Maybe he goes by like averages. He figures if he gets like 3 underage girls, but one that's like 60, that kind of raises the bar. So he's at like an even 19 years old on his boning average.
Well, that's like, remember the old Chappelle sketch where he's like, he played R. Kelly, he's like, for me to believe R. Kelly did it, I need him video confirmation of him saying that's him in mid-pee with the girls holding up IDs of their, like...
Yeah.
But the other way, I believe him. But who do you think, Space Jam, who do you think's gonna be, like, the other players that, like, get their skills taken from... Because you'd have to think it had to be something like that again, right? It has to basically be the same movie, just with LeBron James.
Well, I imagine Dwayne Wade's gonna be in it. I don't think he'll get his Power Stone. I think he'll just be a guy in it. I will see that...
Shaq has to be in it.
Shaq will probably be in it. But again, these are, since they're kind of retired, they're not going to get their Power Stone. But like Kevin Durant might be in it. But you have Carmelo Anthony maybe, Chris Paul, like all the fucking dudes from the Banana Boat. I'd like to see Chris Bosh. He hasn't played in a long time. I'd like to see him in the movie. The movie's going to suck. Even if they bring Bill Murray back, he's too old to shoot some hoops.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? No, I think it's a fucking terrible idea. Why are they putting...
I could see Shaq almost being like the role of Newman from Seinfeld. And like, I just like get like, just because like I want to see him in the cartoon world get blown up like a balloon and just like let the air out and fly. Like,
I don't think this is going to be a good movie. I don't see what direction they can take it where it's going to be different from the original, but just with a weaker cast.
Do you think Michael Jackson makes a or not
Michael Jackson? No, I don't think he will.
That'd be something.
It'd be a little weird.
But Michael Jordan, you think he makes a cameo?
Depends how much money they pay him. He might. I don't... Fuck Space Jam 2. I don't want to see it now.
You just talked yourself out of it.
Well, I was just thinking, like, who's going to sing, I believe I can fly? Like, who's going to get to do that now?
Justin Bieber.
Beaver?
Beaver.
Like a woman's... No, why do I go there? What, like the thing that builds dams in the water? A beaver? What's up, Nitro? How you doing, Holmes?
What's up? I like how he has just so serious looks sometimes.
He gets real serious. I think we talked about this at the book club, but did you see the John Wick movies?
I watched the first one.
It's all you need to see to get this. What do you think of the Odin movie where it's the dog that plays the John Wick role and his owner gets killed and he goes on a revenge spree?
So it's like kind of like a Cujo?
I guess, but it's pretty much just John Wick, but he's the dog. Why? Why are you yelling at me? And he just stands there and looks at us like, what? I didn't do anything. You got Tourette's? What was that about?
Dog Tourette's.
That would be a real bad affliction. Maybe that's what Chihuahuas have. I have nothing for you, sir. See, but you guys are talking and I don't understand what's happening.
But I mean, what is it like? Just a because I can't imagine that being like a full-length movie. But
It's
I mean,
gonna be a movie. How you gonna have a TV show that wouldn't work?
I don't know.
It'd be too long.
But I would watch it. Well, like you said, we were trying to talk about this at the book club. Like, I guess I didn't know there for a while that John Wick is based off of a manga.
Yeah, I heard that, but I never looked it up. But I kind of want to read it now.
Yeah, to just see because it kind of has like a manga feel to it.
Yeah. Stop it, you fuck. Yeah, John Wick is one of my favorite modern movies. And like we were talking about the book. Why are you eating that? No.
Just gonna take this guy as real quick out here.
Fucking jerk. Hey. And then you're just gonna hear in the background just this awful shredding. Why does he do these things? All of a sudden he just wants attention.
Oh, he's right. Where's he at? He's right behind you.
I'm just waiting to turn around, just see him hovering. What?
This fucking guy.
Yeah, what about this fucking guy? He's a terror.
Have you been recording? Because it doesn't sound like a podcast.
Yeah, we've been recording.
It's not a good one.
It's a bad episode. Thanks. Why don't you lay down, buddy?
He won't lay down. Try to take a nap. He won't lay down.
It's because you're here. If you go lay outside, you'll be alright. Go lay in the yard, in the mud. So how about them Steelers?
Yeah.
Rock'em sock'em football. Sports, man. I like the way they throw those balls around.
I'm not into it anymore. It gets so hard.
I don't watch football at all anymore. I didn't give a shit about the Super Bowl for the last 3 years. I watched NBA games when the postseason. And then I never really watched baseball. I don't
fuck baseball.
fucking care about hockey.
Fuck baseball.
What are you looking at? Can I help you? Well, that's clearly a giant dildo that you're holding. No.
Yeah.
Does that look like something Spencer would own?
Where did it come from?
I ordered it. I told you about it.
What? Oh, it's fucking girly as fuck.
Well, I don't know.
Oh my god.
That's what happens when you're fucking...
Oh, you told me I can have this.
No, I think I want it now.
Where's my rum?
It's on top.
Is that what you need right now? What's your rum? What is your
Are you living your best life? No, I got her a jug. I had to buy her the jug of rum.
Of what though? Oh, of Captain too.
That's what she likes. The good stuff. Hey, baby, do you want this fine, 12-year age reserve? No, I want the Captain Morgan. All right. Jesus. You filled that up like it was a wine glass. What the fuck are you? Oh my goodness.
Are you still drunk from yesterday?
Why are you drinking so much?
Are you just drinking it straight like that?
No.
Or you mix? I was gonna say you better mix something in there.
I don't drink stuff straight. I'm a wuss.
Now, since you get drunk so easily, how's your hangovers the next day? Do you normally get hungover?
To be honest, I think I've been handling my alcohol very well within the past year. It's I haven't been getting very. Besides the time we went to Mad Max, I had 2 when I was fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I just wondered, because since you get so drunk on so little, does it not have enough in your system to have a full hangover the next day? Or does it still just...
I'm not really good on the hangovers. It's been a minute.
Do you ever get so drunk that you text me to get Spencer to make you edibles? Something he's never done in his life? He's never made edibles?
Stop.
And you've never taken edibles? What are you doing?
Stop.
You want me to get another mic?
No.
We're about to end this episode. This is going to be just a bullshit episode, I think.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to record a different one.
No promises on your enjoyment level of this.
Yeah, this one
could tell.
Fucking awful.
I could tell.
It's fucking garbage.
It didn't sound like you guys were even...
We didn't prepare. We did prepare for a good one, and then we just felt like not doing that one.
Yeah, because that one would have been even worse. Because it just would have been... It would have been so half-assed that it was just better to no ass this one.
Yeah, I'd rather zero ass.
Which is, something you never think you would ever say, but,
Yeah, instead of Kardashian butt, we just went Kendall Jenner ass, just no ass. Can't even slide a debit card between them cheeks. Well, folks, we hope you got some great information from this wonderful podcast. We'll check you out next time.
Bye.